8:30 a.m. July 12th, 2025. We're going to start off this way this morning, as I have a question for you through this probably blurred out video, of which I really don't care anymore how they turn out. But when we look at this today, here, let's go ahead and dim this down. So when we look at this ball of light today, what do we see? Well, for one, maybe it's what we don't see. Now, not only have I, but other channels as well, have captured, another object next to this so-called greater light. Approximately just a little over a year ago, though, videos started making their rounds stating that there was 3 light sources or 3 suns up here. Okay? Yeah, that's how we're going to start off this video today. And I got something else that I want to bring to the table. I just loaded that, and oh, come on back. Oh, you won't believe. It's too bad I couldn't have the camera rolling, but you wouldn't. I'm panned back all the way. Okay, you would not believe how close. Whichever Blue Jay it was, I'm thinking it was Kingfisher. It possibly might have been Jayhawk, but I mean, I could have reached right out and touched him. That close. Seriously, that close. Okay? Now, let me continue on real quick as our gang is... Come on, back up. Okay, come on. Come on, guys. You can go ahead. I'll back off. Pertaining to my content that I've been posting since, what, 2017? 2017. Once again, even though I've been a so-called joined member of this platform since 2016, well, in all this time and over all these years, well, I have accumulated a great many videos on my channel. I've taken down a great many videos from this platform, because at one point I was trying to condense, well, content such as this. A lot of nature content from the past that I took down, because I wanted to try to condense this down to more of a sky observation channel. But of course they just did not pan out, and I've come out with a lot of talking point discussions, or at least I have attempted to make them discussions, okay? And I don't really get a whole lot of feedback. I mean, I do appreciate the feedback that I do get and have gotten. Morning. How you doing up there, huh? Come on down. You can come down. It's alright. So anyways, we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. And I've been criticized over some of my content. I've had fakers move in, trolls if you will, that's tried to demonize me and my content by trying to come out with narratives against my narratives, right? I'm always the last man standing. Why is that? I've never been proven wrong within my talking points. Yes, I have made mistakes. Yes, people have alerted me to those mistakes that I have made. And typically, they're very minute in their overall scale of, well, let's just say cause and effect, okay? But otherwise, my content has never been proven wrong. Okay, so when I speak of prophecies, and which I've proven quite a few times in the past over how some of these prophecies of old, how they relate to today and recent times. Nobody's proven me wrong. You know, I use the words of Nostradamus from his quatrains. Over just one word repeated twice. Now. Now. And that was the crying out of the Palestinians, what, a year ago? Give or take? Yeah, that was part of the prophecy through Nostradamus. And thing is, you know, this is why my content is continually shadow banned and blocked, and why there's been so many issues, especially since this onset of this nuisance factor known as artificial intelligence. And of course, we got, this talk of Grok, that AI system, and how it is, well, just like the FBI with their word lists through their surveillances of trying to profile individuals through words they use while on the internet or through discussions on their cell phones, landline phones, whatever. Long list. I don't know if you've ever, checked into that or not. But you get profiled. And I'm just speaking on that agency alone. This is what is known as a surveillance state and always has been. Pretty much since World War II. I use a lot of words that is basically frowned upon, right? I don't care, and I don't care about any artificial intelligence because I know what the future holds in regards to those type of systems. And you might want to, okay, I watched a video this morning because I was not uploading any content, so I was able to actually watch a couple of videos with just, minute buffering, if you will, but still occurring, having to wait for, for YouTube to even come up. And those videos on the so-called recommended watch list, which is nonsense. It's garbage. Good morning. How you doing, little one? We got this little girl up here. Huh? Come on down. Plenty to eat down here. Yep. Go ahead. You can come down to the branch. Yeah, I've got a disruptive tone to my voice this morning, so that is a little bit of a factor. But regardless, this this closeness that's been occurring between me and the wildlife out here is just, once again, just hey now. Yeah. Wolf, I'm not gonna put up with it. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Emma? Okay. So anyways, yeah. And yeah, because once again I had to get stern and with that certain tone in my voice, kind of spooked off that little sparrow. But anyways, yeah, so I am, very adamant against technology today. And furthermore, when you figure in the factor that, as a long, well-known factoid, that the MIC or the military industrial complex is like almost 50 years in advances of technologies that we're not aware of. And then you go into what, like I was going to say, the video that I was watching this morning concerning CERN and the possibility of a entity that was brought through, and there's a talk of a scarf and this and that, and of course I had to post my little 2 cents worth pennies that's no longer being minted. Hey, hi. How we doing, big guy? Huh? Oh, and another one. Come on, come on down. I'm gonna keep talking. So, you gonna come down now? Huh? King, come on. You can come down. So anyways, yeah, so I'm watching this little bit of well, no, I can't say interview, but anyways, supposedly this scientist, or I don't know, some female that's associated with CERN, and she come out and was talking about how this entity had come through a gate, and there's a factor of a scarf, and which I had to, make the comparison to that series Stargate SG-1 and a certain episode to where Daniel Jackson, well, they send a box of Kleenex through the portal to Dr. Jackson, who is in Egypt in the past, and living and has been living with his tribe of people for a year. Um, and so it's a box of Kleenexes because well, Daniel suffered from allergies and whatnot, and so yeah, it was like an identifier so that they knew that they were in touch with the right person, right? And this is kind of similar to what I was hearing through this woman associated with CERN there in Geneva, the Hadron Collider, which of course there's multiple colliders around the world. It's not just that large collider. But what was strange was within her little descriptive talk, she made mention that the world of our reality, and I don't know if this was a slip of the tongue or what, but you know, we view things as being three-dimensional. But she stated that we're in a fourth dimensional realm. And then just left it at that. And yes, this is talking about inner dimensions and so on and so forth. I'm not going to leave a link um, to what I was watching because there's, this guy video that I watched about this, basically snippets from a longer interview from a different channel with this woman. And I can't even think of her name or anything. But, I'm just out here rambling on about this, that, and the other thing because, once again, I've never been proven wrong, and that's why, this platform, through its now lack of intelligence factor, has played so many games with me. And why they've sent in, forces to try to take me down as far as, just through frustrations and irritations. Come on up. It's all right. Zippity doo dah. And no, I'm not out here trying to be a braggart or being proudful or anything like that. No, it's just It's just a fact. And that's just basically what I wanted to come out with today. I have proper guidance. We'll get into that a little bit further. Maybe. Because it's getting to the point to where, because of so much AI generated garbage out there, to where now you can't trust what you see. And I don't want that to be an influencing factor on my channel, because my channel is all about reality through my observations, and through my observations, the explanations that come forth. Pure and simple. And never proven wrong. Just maybe corrected every once in a blue moon, if you will. So we will end it possibly with another blurred out segment here. Got to keep tapping that phone screen in order to keep the focus anymore, right? But that's where we will go ahead and leave off. Rambled on for almost 17 minutes. 17 seems to be a number to pay attention to. Okay? Much like 27. There's something about those two numbers. Have a great one, or try to. I'm going to do my best to do the same.